Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 10 of High School DxD Hero, and I am finally so excited that I was able to go ahead and watch this episode because just this was the this was the episode I was waiting for, considering the fact that we got hit with a huge cliffhanger in last week's episode with the rating game about to begin. This is of course officially the beginning of the rating game between Sairog's family and of course Ria's family, and we of course start off with a knight versus knight battle. Literally, this other guy that is going up against Kiba looks like, you know, the definition of a knight in shining armor kind of things. A knight with his armor on a horse, and you think, okay, the horse seems like that is a little bit of cheating, honestly. But then he goes up against Kiba, and Kiba's like literally just as fast as him. He thinks, oh, you may be that good, but guess what? Multiplies at one point, and I'm like, I don't really know what that power is. If each one is like a clone that can physically hurt him, I'm guessing so, because in the battle that they do end up having, the clones or whatever, his new balance breaker that Kiba was able to use as well, which made like a bunch of his sword, or not actually, I don't know if it was swords, but he was able to make like a bunch of warrior knights behind him as well, and you just have like a collision of forces versus forces going against each other. Kiba looking cool, and then just like looking forward like he just sliced them, and then boom, they all lose, and the guy goes, you know, classic kind of like samurai versus samurai battle kind of thing, you know. So yes, that was pretty cool of a battle. I gotta say, I love Kiba just going straight up against this guy with a damn horse and being able to beat him pretty damn easily, honest. And I was like, okay, Ria's family already up 1-0. They lost the night, while Ria's them still have their night. So definitely excited to see how the next battle is gonna be. And then of course we have a rook and rook versus a rook and a knight. Of course, obviously, that is, of course, Rose Weiss and Kaneko going in. I was actually not expecting this combination to go in, but it worked pretty well in the way that it was more of a brute strength, like a brute force at first, what it looked like, because, you know, Kaneko just literally just destroying this rock dude. Like, I don't even know in the end what his ability, like did he have any special ability at all, you know, except for the fact that he dug underground. Maybe that's it, or it's just that he's made of rock. I don't know. It didn't matter that he was made of rock, because Kaneko was just beating him down. The other guy, on the other hand, the other knight, he had a powerful ability, which was like damn gravity. Of course, it was easily to overcome through, of course, Rose Weiss using her ability to shoot at him, thinking he's gonna reflect. It reflects, hits the rock guy, switches them in place. She blasts them, thinking it's game over. And even though, you know, they do come on top, Kaneko is unfortunately taken out as well, which means that they had lost one person. But still, that's a great way so far that they're literally up 3-1. They've only lost one person, and the other side has lost 3. So that, in my opinion, is definitely worth it, even if I want to see Kaneko fight a little bit more, honestly, you know. After that, then, you know, I'm wondering, okay, we got some good action and everything. It's looking awesome. I'm really excited to see how the rest of these matches going, and they're actually going by pretty damn fast. But where is the fan service? Where is the comedy? And that, of course, comes in the next match, which is Sairog brings out his bishop and says that, yeah, we have a way to counter Issei. And even Azael's over there like, huh? I gotta see this. How is she gonna be able to defeat, you know, Issei? And Issei, of course, says, I accept that challenge. At first, I was like, you know what? You're not the one in charge saying who goes and who doesn't. That's Ria's. Of course, she does let him go. And this is one of the things I didn't really care too much for the episode, is that in the last episode, we did get to figure out, you know, obviously why, you know, Issei has been acting, why he's kind of oblivious to Ria's and everything. But we didn't really get that, like, them working things out. It's kind of like it's just okay now. It seems like that never happened in a way. Maybe it'll be brought up probably in the next episode, but it just felt kind of weird how it was just like, whatever, we're just gonna push that aside. Yes, this is an important match, but I thought it would have been something that hangs in the back of both of their minds, both of their heads and everything, and they would want to clear it up, and that of course will be in the next episode. But instead, it's like it never happened, which is kind of weird in my opinion. But nonetheless, that is of course not the part I'm talking about. The part I'm talking about, of course, is this battle between Issei and Psydog's Bishop, to which at first I was like, when she appeared, I was like, I think I know what she's gonna do. And of course, how do you defeat Issei? When he's gonna use his, dress break, and he's gonna use his booblingual. Well, the way to beat that is don't let him have the chance to do that. Just start stripping. He's like, okay, I can't use dress break. He uses booblingual. She just, literally what she's thinking, or her Opie are thinking, is that gonna unbutton this, gonna unbutton that. And even Rios is like, just use a dragon strike. It's gonna be that easy. Just blast her out of the sky. And of course, he's like, I can't do this to a girl that's stripping. And I'm just cracking up because this is classic Issei. And the whole crowd, all the males are just like, ooh, yeah. And freaking Azael's like, oh, so this was the plan. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I'll enjoy the show too, I guess. Thank you for that fan service. I was wondering where it was going to be placed, and that's where it is, with the little stripping of the enemy Bishop until she makes a mistake, and then once again a little bit more comedy to put in, which honestly I was not expecting this. I was wondering how he was going to end up beating her, and it's because, well, instead of taking her bra first, she thought she'd take off her panties. That is not a good idea, because Issei doesn't like that. You always pull down, you take off the bra before the panties. He wants to see the Opie first, not everything else. See that, or he did want to see it, everything else, but that is of course shown after, and he just blasts her one hit KO, and I was just like, okay, like I'm wondering, even if she went the other way by taking her bra off first, how is she planning on taking Issei out? What, through like a nosebleed and he just passes out and it's like GG, game over? That's how they win? Yes, you would have got him in the way that he would not be attacking, but once after that, there's no way she would be able to defeat him. So that part kind of was like thinking like, what was their plan really? But thank you for the fan service and thank you for the comedy, because it was pretty damn hilarious, especially when Keith was like, yeah, that was an interesting, like a disappointing match. Like, what the hell was that? And Issei just like, yeah, I know. She should have took off her bra before. You always take off your bra before panties. And I was just like, oh my gosh, Issei, you are amazing. But seriously, after that, of course, then we get back to the serious part. And this part, I was actually wondering when they were going to use Gasper and everything. And it was pretty epic, I'm not going to lie. All the things that Issei had taught him before, Gasper came out and he showed up like a man, like full on. Yes, he has his interesting fan club over there just cheering for him. I was like laughing at that part. But damn, like Gasper full on just like mans it up and just like takes both of their attention, takes so many different hits, and just like, I'm gonna win no matter what. And then of course they're like, no, you know what, I'm just gonna take you out. Zenovia, of course, the curse is no longer on her, thanks to, of course, Gasper and his ability to, at this point when he was making that whole circle and everything and the blood and everything, yes, after that there was, of course, he had to stall for time. Before that, when he was making the circle and everything, how hard is it to look? The guy turns into a dragon. He has wings. Can he not fly? At that part, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to look around like, where are you? Where are you? There's also the, even though it was epic, there's a high chance that Gasper could have just hid and the guy wouldn't even have known. I mean, when he turned and I saw Zenovia, I'm pretty sure he could have saw her too with how big he is. He's just like, oh, I heard the knights. Where are you? And I'm like, right there. Are you blind? But whatever. Awesome way for Gasper, even though he was taken out. It was pretty epic. He even used his ability to freeze the other person to stop her from cursing Zenovia, and Zenovia just, of course, once again, one hit KO. A lot of these battles were pretty much, well, at least Kiba's battle, and then this battle, and Issei's battle, were all pretty much just one hits. They're just one blast, and it was pretty much game over. Yes, Kiba's had like a little ching ching and everything, but it ended in just one, swift strike kind of thing. And then of course the same thing with this one hit to decide the whole match. So even though they're not as crazy and, you know, intense kind of thing, it was still pretty epic to watch all the battles, and I definitely really did enjoy them, and I cannot wait to see how next week will be, considering that we will have, obviously Psydog has taken the stage, but they want, of course, to weaken him. Sorry, I almost forgot actually one thing before I talk about that. Akeno does go up and sacrifice herself. That I almost kind of glossed over that because I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see more of her. It was pretty much just her being a sacrificial lamb, which, yes, those kind of things are important. Having those moments, sometimes you have to sacrifice to weaken the other enemy for, of course, the other person. Issei is their main weapon. They need to save that thing for Psydog and everything. And twice, obviously, because the whole Phoenix tier thing. So, unfortunately, she does get taken out. But I kind of wanted to see a little bit more of that fight. Like, I felt like they didn't have to rush as much through all the fights. And they could have had that one, like, you know, shown in the next episode, but they kind of obviously wanted the epic ass cliffhanger that we saw with, you know, Kiba, Zenovia, and Rose Weiss going up against Psydog, which I'm definitely super excited for, because obviously Psydog is already set to win. They've all talked about it. This is pretty much sacrificing to weaken him. How much will they be able to weaken him? I'm not sure, but I'm super excited to see how that battle will go, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty damn epic. I'm really hoping, because Psydog is supposed to be like super badass. I'm hoping it's not just a one-hit battle. I'm hoping that it's somehow super crazy and it actually does weaken him a bit, but not as much as they had hoped and everything. Because actually, at one point it was 7 versus 3. Then it goes downhill because Psydog's best people are, you know, left. And if Zenovia, Kiba, and Rose Weiss do get taken out, which I'm pretty sure they will, the only people left are Asia, Issei, and Rias, to which obviously I'm not too sure how that will go, considering it'll be like a straight up 3v3. That's what's left. Asia, of course, cannot fight on her own. She's going to need to help someone out. Will that be Rias, or will that be, you know, Issei? I don't know. It may actually end up going down to a 3v3. I'm not too sure if that's how it's going to be, considering they want to have like an epic battle between Psydog and, of course, Issei. So that might be the final battle, and there might still be something else before that. I'm not too sure, but nonetheless, like I said, definitely excited to see how next week's episode will go, and I definitely did enjoy the action that we got in this. Lots of intense, crazy shit going on. Managed to fit in a lot of comedy and, of course, fan service in with Issei's match, which I absolutely loved. I always loved them putting it like kind of like in the middle. At one point you're like, holy shit, this is crazy, this is epic, and then you just start cracking up. You're like, fan service, and then it's back to the action, everything, and then of course that epic ass cliffhanger. Like, honestly thought this episode was really well done, and it's got me super excited to see next week's episode. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I'm missing you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How do you feel about this episode? Anime Watchers Only. Do you agree with me? Did you enjoy it? Feel free to comment below, good, bad, whatever you guys thought about it. And as always, source material readers, how has this episode been adapted? Was this adapted really well, or did they take a lot of things off? Because I can definitely see that being a possibility, considering the fact that they try to squish all the battles into one episode. Not that I didn't enjoy them, but I kind of wish that some of them had a little bit more, I don't know, length to it, like a lot more things. Like I said, Akeno's battle could have had a lot more, honestly, in my opinion, and it was kind of disappointing just to see her being taken out that easily. All they really did for that part was show the enemy, you know, what her power is, which is like some black hole kind of thing or something like that. But yeah, nonetheless, I cannot wait to see next week's episode. So next time, see ya.